Hello friends, Adam here with FED. Today I want to look at the DLC emblems for Fire Emblem Engage that we have so far, those being the Three Houses Trio and then Tiki, and talk about whether or not they are too broken. Are they game breaking enough to where they just like make, do they make the game too easy is really the question. Do they make the game too easy? And I want to talk about that in particular. So we're going to go through what they do and then give a kind of my estimation of whether or not they make the game too easy, right? So I've only played Maddening, really. I've played a little bit of hard mode, but not as much as Maddening, obviously. That's what I'm playing on stream. So I have a lot of experience with the Edelgard ring. I don't have a ton of experience with the Tiki ring, but I feel like I know enough, and I can see enough through looking at the stats page and information. So this is from SerenusForest.net, incredibly good resource for Fire Emblem stuff. And I know the guy that puts it together works really hard, so you should definitely check out SerenusForest.net. I'll put the link to it in the description. It's constantly being updated with Engage info, so it's very cool. Anyways, Edelgard. These stat boosts are honestly some of the better ones I've seen from Emblem Rings. 5 strength is just really, really good. And then I also like the 3 defense, but the 5 strength is the big seller for max rank, max bond rank. But what's more important are some of these incredibly broken skills. And really what it comes down to with the Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude ring, or bracelet, or whatever it is, they just have so much versatility going for them that they are useful in almost every situation. So you have the gambits, which are, they're random because one of the 3 lords, it changes every single turn. So you either get Flame Gambit, which is probably it's probably the best one because it can like slow down enemies. It's best used as like a bow or something though, so you don't light yourself on fire. The Shield Gambit is good. Poison Gambit is probably the least interesting of them. Has some good uses sometimes though. But what's really interesting is when you are able to sync or, combine with, not sync, sorry, when you're able to engage with them, you get access to these combat arts. Combat arts is silly good. Silly, silly, silly. So combat arts enables the use of Edelgard, Dimitri, or Claude's combat art. So even before you have all of their emblem weapons unlocked, you can use them through using these combat arts. So Edelgard's is Raging Storm. And they work like they do from the game, right? From Three Houses. Edelgard has Raging Storm, so she gets to act again if you use that. Dimitri gets Atrocity, so essentially makes the weapon effective damage. And Claude gets Fallen Star, which means, it's a powerful attack, but then also just gets to avoid all damage in the next round of combat they go into, which is broken, as you might think. But the big thing about that is that even in the early game, if you use this, you have access to a 3-range bow attack with Fail Not, an incredibly powerful just enemy to leader in Eredbar, and then Amir is probably the least interesting of the 3 weapons, but it's there. But Raging Storm is like really good, so yeah. But then you look at their Engage attack, and Houses Unite is kind of whatever. It's just like a single enemy deleter, which is good, but not like crazy. But Houses Unite Plus, right here, this is where it gets wacky, fun, crazy, cool. With Houses Unite Plus, it's the same thing as Houses Unite, except they get to move again. They essentially get danced. So you have to have Byleth by them, and it's as if Byleth uses like Goddess Dance while they use Houses Unite. And you can essentially kill bosses with like 3 crystals or whatever in one turn using almost just this emblem ring. I have it on Chloe in my current playthrough, and I just shred through bosses because of Houses Unite. So so essentially with it, you can like Raging Storm, Goddess Dance, Houses Unite Plus, then dance with Atrocity, and then dance with your dancer Seedall, and then like attack with Eredbar again, and you're able to like delete a health bar every single turn there. So just get 4 like incredibly powerful attacks in a row. It can be incredibly broken, and it makes dealing with bosses honestly kind of trivial, right? Honestly kind of trivial. Everything else about them is like okay. You know, they have a lot of just like stuff that they come with. Their base stuff, their base kit is honestly good enough. If you never got the strength and dex +5 skill or anything like that, never got Bogard, it would be totally fine. They would just be good. But then you get access to fail not perm, like anytime you're engaged, and that just like wins the game for you. Get access to Arid Bar anytime you're engaged, and that just wins the game for you. Very, very powerful. The biggest thing is the Houses Unite plus, being able to chain. You essentially can chain into like 4 attacks pretty easily in a turn and just delete enemy health bars. It's insane. It's actually broken. Just gonna throw it out there. Actually broken. Very, very good. Now Tiki is broken for a whole different reason. Broken for a whole different reason. Tiki is the ultimate support, but also makes a unit pretty buff. So tanking hits is kind of at a premium in this game in Engage. And I feel like Tiki has the best opportunity to do that effectively. So unit transforms into a dragon when engaged, right? +10 to max HP, +5 to build, and all basic stats. So essentially you're increasing your bulk by 15 with 5 defense and 10 HP, right? If you're counting like 1 round of combat, which is really, really, really potent, right? So that's makes her basically unkillable. But then you get Divine Blessing. This is the one that everyone wants to talk about, right? Divine Blessing. Used to grant one ally a revival stone. So all those annoying bosses that have the red revival stones, guess what? Now you can give a blue one to one of your allies. And that makes some scenarios very safe. And even if you know, using it with Martha Jason is also a thing, so that's cool. But really, that's like, just that alone would make Tiki insanely broken. Then Tiki has a bunch of other things that are just silly gooses. Basically has a critical weapon, a critical weapon, has a smashing weapon, and then an attack that can ignore defense with Fire Breath, or half defense and freeze foes, set the area on fire, like all these different things as long as you're willing to use a certain unit typing. It's just stupid. It's overdone. It's overdone is all I'm saying. So what do you guys think though? Like, or what do I think? Is it too broken? Is it too much? And at this point in Maddening, I'm on chapter 18. I don't think it's too broken. Because Maddening so far has been really hard. I'll be like really hard. There's like at first people were like, oh yeah, it's a really good like way to ease into the game, you know. Maddening is honestly pretty good for veteran players. But now that the past few chapters of the story have actually been pretty difficult, and the paralogs are insane. So it's nice to have some like actual defense and be able to have some backup there. But I don't know. I don't think it's too broken. I think it's actually just kind of fun to use. And the fact that they came out like the same day as the game itself, it kind of makes me feel like, I don't know, it just feels like a part of the game you just had to pay a little extra for. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that the Tiki and Three Houses emblems bracelets are broken? Are they too good? Or do they make the game more fun, more bearable, or something of that nature? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, friends. Like the video, subscribe. Bye.